Leo, how are you? This is Mary Ellen. Welcome to Moonrise Cottage for your June 2019 Life Path reading. My guides are saying Life Path. Up till now, they've been talking about Soul Cycle. So they're flipping the equation, and they want you to understand it's the same thing, but we're going to focus on your human life a little bit. I think it's because we've come to a moment of stillness. All the readings so far have been recording readings all day today. I'm trying to get the first half of the zodiac out. And pretty much for everybody, and it is, of course, because of the astrology, we're standing still in the mystical beauty of the month of June as summer comes on. No different for you. So there are the first two cards that came out. So I'm going to jump in. I wanted to put those out. I'm mixing it up a little bit so that you could look into that. So this is the card that my guides want to speak with you about, the theme of the reading, so to speak. It's about prophecy. This woman is a seer, and she reveals a sacred lineage of kings. And Leo, isn't that perfect for you? All right? The art of seeing into your destiny and coming forward into a moment just before a significant shift and change. So in traditional tarot, this would be the Nine of Cups. You're sitting in your place, and yet you are meant to shift one more time to come into the fullness of your destiny. And there's the shift. Look, that's the Chariot card. In Soul Tarot, this is the mover of energy. Do you see the Sacred Mother there? This woman is very highly activated. She is moving. She's making the shift that is prophesied for you because of the seer, who is here with you this month in the month of June. Okay, my guides are talking about the feathers. I must have blown them around. No longer blowing like a feather. That's what my guides are saying. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so I'm going to shuffle. We're going to pull out the cards, and I want to talk a little bit about the astrology, okay? My guides want to make sure that these things are aligned going forward. So, Leo, on the 3rd of the month, as you probably know, you have a new moon in the 11th house. All about communications, connections, groups of people, your posse, your tribe, a new pathway. Just, bringing yourself into the fullness. I like it. Moving your energy now in order to build something new. And it's about communities, all the things that the 11th house represents. On the 5th, you got Mercury joining Mars all month. Mars is going to be in your 11th house. It's really beautiful. There's a deep quiet to the shift and change. It's calm. Ooh, look at that. Okay, we're going to take them. Spirit wants me to keep talking. So there's a calm going on. And actually, you know what? I think I misstated. On the 5th, Mercury joins Mars in your 12th. That's why my guides were talking about quiet. So communication and activation and movement in a way that's really deep from the mystic within you, my guides are saying. So let's put these cards out here. Look at that. I like it. Really beautiful. Where you sit in this beautiful summer day like this in the 12th house. That's why Spirit did that. Thanks, Spirit. Pondering deep down inside, getting ready to take action. Maybe you're pondering the things you've been battling with inside yourself and inside your life. But you see how your walk is transformed now? You got the blue shoes of transformation on. And you've got a vessel that's full while you're sitting in your place, Leo, in the full light of the sun. And there is another source of water. So anytime your vessel needs to be filled up, you can do it. So you're thinking, you're pondering, you are bringing judgment to the places of passion, because in traditional tarot, that would be the Four of Wands. Really beautiful. Flowers in your hair. I'm hearing this. There's an old song. Ooh, I'll see if I can find it. I can't figure out what the name of it is. And while you sit here with this activation in the 12th house, something beautiful emerges. You've got Venus in the 9th house on the 11th. Or no, I said it backwards. On the 9th, Venus moves into your 11th house. That whole thing we were talking about, groups, communities, new connections, new pathways forward. I like it. On the 17th, full moon comes in your 5th house. Fun. And you know what? Jupiter's there. Fun and expansion and romance, children, nostalgia. So, it's a time, obviously, you're going in because of the 12th house activation, but it's because this prophecy is meant to move forward. This lineage that you are in of vibratory beings, Leo, you're meant to move forward to the next step. The mover of energy, major arcana, the Chariot card. And this is where you're going, into a form of activation and revelation, because that is the 10 of Cups. Fantastic. Something emerges from the deep within your psyche with this 12th house activation. And then the full moon comes in to join the party. And it's this kind of a celebration that's going to look and feel like that. Just a shocking discovery that, you really might meet somebody within your group. There might be a new relationship that comes forward. It's interesting. But, primarily right now, we're talking about your own energy as a soul being. So as the month closes out, the sun is then going to move into the 12th house. I love the way this is shaping up for you. It's really, really going to go, you're going to go really deep in order to emerge and come into the full light of the sun. That's what that's all about. That's what this prophecy is. Leo, I like it. All right, let's see what the card is. And yeah, here, my guides want this one. And there we go. This has been coming out too. So, as a collective, we are involved in this process. That's a prophecy. And look, it sits right there, aligned with this woman who's a sacred seer who brings forward prophecy about a lineage. So it's a new beginning point. Very powerful new beginning point. All about building and shifting and changing and sending your attentions out into the world to build the shining city within you and for the collective, because that's where you're working this month. So, Spirit, tell us what is happening in the transition point, please. What have you got for beautiful Leo about it's so fascinating. I think every single sign so far has had this card come up. We are standing together in the sacred realm in the month of June because we have become ready. It's about standing on a new foundation of sacred knowledge, standing with the ancients, with the Akashic records, with the ascended masters, the angels, the gods, the goddesses, however you want to describe it. I'm not attached to that. It's a fertile moment because we've come into this form of knowledge that has to do with the sacred past, okay? So that would be the Six of Pentacles. It is all about coming to this place where we have divine assistance. I really like it. So that's also the transition card, right? The bridge card that connects your human life cycle, my guides are saying, with the sacred realm. So let's see what we got. Spirit, look. Whoo-wee, as the full moon comes into its moment, my guides are saying, aligned in this beautiful way in the 5th house. And Jupiter's there. You're going to have a sacred alignment with yourself. You may have a meeting. The soulmate readings are going to come out early next week, I promise. But there's a lot of prophecy going on here about your path. And the fact that we are all preparing for the eclipses that are coming forward. So as a collective, we're sort of standing in this moment of stillness. Suspended animation in a place of brilliance, my guides are saying. Like this. Look at that. Because the movement of the energy, it's time. And we are all coming into position, basically, in the place as a collective, all of our energy coming together to prepare for what is coming with the eclipses as we move deeper into the year and align our energy, align ourselves, join the collective, weave the tapestry that's going to be utilized when we come into 2020. It's going to be an intense year. If you don't know about it, go check out the astrology, some of the enlightened astrologers online. So there, another cup, right? The woman of art. Beautiful. It's about the flow of your energy, Leo. And just did the Cancer reading. It was all about Cancer standing in the fire, standing in the sun. And now we see Leo energy flowing through the water element. Hang on, my phone's about to ring. There. Okay. So
hey there, beautiful Leo.
Okay.
Leo Nation, my guides have been saying that lately.
I don't know what the heck that is. Hang on a second.
This is Mary
I'll fix
Ellen.
that.
Thanks for stopping by Moonrise Cottage for your May 2019
Playing in the background.
soul cycle reading.
It's really interesting. We've had some very mystical things going on here over the last few days. So that was interesting. So talking about the flow. Leo, do you see the abundance you have in your hand? Reflected here. There's the vessel. There's another vessel that is about abundance, standing in the full light of the sun. And your energy now, because it is aligned with the Chariot and with this notion of emergence, flowing into the collective. Within you, a lot of activation. Certainly by the time the full moon comes, in order to help you prepare yourself to stand in the energy for your soul destiny that's coming forward with the eclipse. I really like it. All right, let's end. Yeah, last one. Look, it is about joining the collective, obviously. And because you have this activation in the 11th house, as you move through the month, there's a signatory on a soul level. You are ready. Your energy, the yin and yang of your energy, aligned with the flow that comes forward into the month of July. That's the purpose. And there's the beautiful lion-hearted Leo symbol of the sun, the male and female standing together on a new shore, a new journey. A courtship of skill. It's the Three of Wands. So Leo, you are definitely moving forward. We see all these indications of forward motion because it is a prophecy that's coming forward. And it's driven forward by both the male and the female in beautiful sacred alignment. And we see it in all these ways in the cards. I really like it. So let's grab an outcome card and we're going to take a look. Well, I'll pull a rune for you. So I can't remember if I said it, gang, but please click the like button for me. I am realizing how much it affects my channel. I just finally have the time to sort of look at YouTube, delve deep there a little bit, and oh my gosh, I should have been saying it all along. So do me a favor. My guides call it the thank you button. Just please give back in some small way. Okay, something just flipped over. Let's see what that is. Well, look, that's why. Two things. Okay, so you got two outcome cards. So there, I love it. Isn't that perfect? Do you see the sword? The tip of the sword is at the spiral of destiny. Beautiful. Knight of Swords. Total clarity coming forward. The ability to provide for the community. Transformation has happened. Your energy pathway has been opened. I love this. So I'm going to put that right there. Excuse me, little acorn. This little feather's been very active today for some reason. All right. And one more thing coming out. The Emperor. Beautiful. In this deck, it's the Keeper of Harmony. So because of your clarity, because of your movement, because of your destiny of emerging in the way that you have with your energy and the 11th house activation, that's your mission, so to speak. But my guides are really saying more than a mission, it's a destiny. And they'd like you to just stand in it. Stand in the full light of the sun, in the full light of your sun, as you come through this month and you get ready for eclipse season. So use the cycles of the moon because we see it indicated here, and understand the way your energy is going to flow as the full moon comes and you move through the month. Into this, Leo. Really beautiful. And thank you. That's a great service that you are performing because of this prophecy, because of the lineage that you're in as a fire sign, and the way you stand with the ancients now as your energy shifts and takes the next turn into a prophecy. Really beautiful. All right, let's see. Okay, they want this one. Look, I love it. That's Berkana. It's about growth. Let's see where, you know what? Let's put it right here with this guy. I love him. This is one of my favorite cards. So, these are the types of runes that have been coming out. So if you have time and you want to see what's going on with the collective, take a look at some of the other readings. So I'm utilizing the Book of Runes by Ralph Blum. So this is about growth and rebirth. Berkana is one of the cycle runes. It represents a form of fertility, do you see? Love it. That fosters growth, both symbolically and actually. The growth may occur in affairs of the world, in family matters, the relationship of the self to the self, or the self to the divine. This is a rune that leads to blossoming and ripening. Berkana is concerned with the flow of beings into their new forms. Its action is gentle, penetrating, and pervasive. What is called for here is to consider your issue with care and awareness. First, disperse resistance, and then accomplish the work. For this to happen, your will must be clear and controlled. That's why you're going to go through the cycle this way. You're going to start this movement, and you're going to have some moments where you're just going to ponder in the beauty of the summer days, or autumn if you're down under, in order for this will to emerge, and then something magical happens. It's really, really profound the way it's aligned with the universe this month. So any dark corners need to be cleansed. This must be carried out diligently and sometimes with expert help. So if you need a reading, come to Moonrise Cottage and think about coming for the eclipse. Going to have a fun gathering here this year. Modesty, patience, and fairness, generosity are all called for. Once resistance is dispersed, then rectification can be carried out and seek to hold firm. Through steadfastness and right attitude, the blossoming can occur, and we see it reflected here and reflected there. So beautiful reading this month. Beautiful, Leo. I really like it. And make sure to look at the columns and the rows and look at the diagonal to see the movement of the energy, and you will understand a lot more of the inferences that are coming through that I choose not to put out in these readings because they'd be 2 hours long, and that would seem a little excessive to me. So please click the like button for me, say thank you to my spirit guides, and subscribe and share and all that happy stuff, and visit me on Facebook at Moonrise Cottage Soul Tarot. I just finally did it. I'm leaping in. Have a wonderful month, Leo. Thanks for lending us your intense, beautiful energy and the destiny that you're weaving while you stand together with all of us in this 11th house kind of way. This way. Look at that. Woo! Leo, thank you. Never forget that you are your purpose. And namaste. I'll look forward to seeing you next month.